Hey folks, David Stewart here. Time for another mobile mini review. Today it is Super Mario Run. This is a game put out by Nintendo and the Super Mario franchise in a way that basically is a one-button game, and I'll show you the gameplay in just a minute. This is a game that I rather like the monetization strategy compared to most mobile games. Rather than trying to constantly extract money from you, it's a one-time buy kind of deal, and it's actually set up like Shareware from the 90s. You get the first few levels for free, and then you can pay to unlock the rest. And when you unlock the rest, you actually get access to all of the content that you may want to play through. Of course, you are going to have to unlock that content in a traditional Mario fashion. Of course, I have all the levels because I've played through them all, but as you play through each level, you unlock the next level in the sequence until you have unlocked all of the levels. And then there's even some additional levels that you can unlock by engaging with some challenges. Like this one says, do World 4-2 without defeating a single Goomba. So if you accomplish that challenge, you can unlock that extra level. There's indeed an additional level of challenge that you can optionally engage with or not, depending on what you want to do, which is collecting pink coins. So once you collect the pink coins, you will unlock purple coins. Once you collect the purple coins, then you can collect these dark green coins. They call them black coins. They're clearly dark green though. So you can choose to engage with that or not, and it will unlock some additional things. None of them really are going to change drastically the gameplay. But let's take a look at the gameplay real quick. We'll do the very first level here. You can choose what character you want to go with. I've unlocked some characters. There's Daisy, there's Yoshi's, there's Toads. Each one does different things. So Yoshi does a little float. Mario is just standard. Luigi has his kind of higher jumping. Princess can float. You get the basic idea. Let's do Yoshi here, why not? And so as we play this, you'll see that the gameplay is very simple. There's no directional mechanic. You simply run forward at a set speed for that given character, and that's it. And you press down at the bottom where this grass is, and that makes you jump, makes your character jump. Really easy to figure out. You can jump on Goombas for extra coins, or as you run into them, it just flips over them. So it's very easy to do. Now you can die by falling into pits, and if you die, it pops you out with a little bubble, and you go backwards in the level a little bit and lose some time. These levels are on a timer, so you can't spend a bunch of time doing them, but that's okay. It's not usually a big deal because there's very little that's going to halt your forward progress. There's a couple things that you can stand on, which will make you stand still for a bit, but for the most part, you're just going to run forward until you reach the flag. So very simple, and this is one of the reasons that I think $9.99 for this content might be a little bit much because there's so little to it. Now that being said, the Nintendo designers really take the concept and run with it and go to the maximum amount that they can with it. And I'll show you a level that's actually vertically arranged. Even though this is a runner and you're just running in one direction, they've figured out ways to do things that are a little bit original. So here's a vertically arranged level, and the way that you operate this one is that when you jump on a wall, it just changes your direction. So you just go back and forth with your one button press kind of mechanic here, jumping through various parts of the stage in order to get all the way, hopefully, to the end of the stage. Now the vertical ones are slightly more challenging because you have to really actually think about the direction you might be going in rather than just going forward all the time. The replay value for collecting things like coins has to do with you really have to start each level over again in order to get the to get all of the coins, and so that gives some of the stages a more significant replay value than what you might get normally with something like this. It's not bad, and really I appreciate how original they've been with some of this game design. The timing really can be quite challenging in certain places, but it's never so challenging that you end up in a place where you can't ever get past the levels. I like this game because my 4-year-old likes it. So I have a 4-year-old who's completely able to play this game without really any difficulties or challenges at all. And I shouldn't say no challenges. There's some challenges as he gets to the end of the game, and does Bowser, it's a little bit harder. But a 4-year-old can manage it because you're only pressing one button. If you're new to games, you can probably manage it because you're only pressing one button. But it does scale up if you want to engage with those harder challenges. So that's the main mode. It's called Tour Mode. There's 2 other modes. I'll briefly show them to you, and you'll have an idea of what they are. They're basically versions of the same thing. We have Rally. When you do Rally, you're playing against a ghost run from another person, and You can beat them and get their toads, and you can collect toads to unlock different characters and things like that. Or you can fail and lose some of your toads. So there's a risk reward that goes with the rally. The other one is the Remix 10, and I'll show that one too. This is a bunch of really tiny mini levels. 10 little mini levels in a row where you're trying to collect medals to unlock some free prizes. The free prizes are things that you can put in your little map just for decoration or to get very slight benefit. Nothing really, they like give you a couple coins, which you can use to buy more stuff. If you look at my map, when we get out of this, you can see that's the end of the course. So you go on to course number 2. This is great because it's a bunch of little bite-sized versions of the courses, and they are different than the regular version. So this is really slightly different maps, and they do a pretty good job, I think, with this little mode here. Oh, I died. When you die, that's the end of that level. So that's what that one looks like. We'll go ahead and quit and leave that. If you go to your kingdom, this is just a little thing to engage with. It's not even really gameplay, but you can choose to build things or not build things. So we can place put a building out here, put this number 1 trophy there, bam. And we can put a Goomba statue right there, do things like that. So it's just for you to have fun and engage with. And again, the only part that I would probably disapprove of with this is $9.99 feels a lot for a one-button game, considering what we're used to with Mario mechanics, and we're used to with longer, deeper Mario experiences with lots of different levels. We really only have, how many levels here? We don't really only have 24 levels, plus the bonus levels, I guess. So 24 plus 9. It's not that bad. It's 33 levels, but you don't really get to explore or engage with them in the same way as a Mario level. So there's a lot less to those levels. Anyway, let me know what you think down below. That's Super Mario Run. Pretty simple, straightforward game, and I approve of the fact that they don't engage in any kind of predatory monetization, and they make the most out of the mobile platform and what you can do reasonably with it with all the different phones that are out there. So I'll see you guys next time, and have a great day.